for you and your career, just what does it mean to be headlining a Disney film? I assume that's got to be somewhere on the list of things everyone wants to do at some point.
It's been absolutely crazy. I mean, yeah, I think on every actor's checklist is like getting to do anything for a Disney movie. I mean, you always assume too that it would be something with animation, but to be in a live action Disney movie is such a um it's a big one. That's a big one for anybody who grew up watching Disney movies. I mean, I loved them as a kid. I was a huge fan of Little Mermaid and Pinocchio and Sleeping Beauty. So to get to do this is a true dream come true.
A big theme of this movie is trying to figure out what your happily ever after looks like. Mackenzie's changes throughout her life. I'm curious for you, maybe what your happily ever after looked like as a kid and when you kind of discovered it was changing.
Yeah, you know, what's funny is I had very mature dreams as a kid. Like for me, it was I always wanted to move to New York and be on SNL. When I was little, I grew up loving the show and I love sketch comedy so much. And I did Groundlings out here in LA. But I actually, the first time I went to New York was auditioning for SNL. So it actually happened. Like the dream came true. And I worked there for a year as a writer. And then I kind of had this moment of what, you know, not to be cheesy, but what is next? What is the thing that, you know, and I realized that it can't just be about work because work's gonna come and go. And so for me, it's more of like, who do I want to be and who do I want to spend my time with? And what do I want to spend my time doing? And it doesn't just mean work, although sometimes it is. I do like to write a lot. So that brings me joy.
And then, you know, when you do get the role, you start filming, you show up on set and you get to put on this big fairy godmother dress. Just what does that feel like? And does it take some getting used to? Because I'm sure that's not what you're wearing on your regular days.
No, it is. It's very much what I wear on my just Wednesdays. Wednesdays, I have gown Wednesdays. No, yeah, obviously very different from my normal life, but the costume designer was incredible and she was building it while it was on me. You know, we had a meeting with the director, Sherry Maguire, and just were, you know, someone would have a suggestion and we were adding a flower and then taking it off and just kind of concocting it in front of me. And I just was watching it like they were truly their own version of fairy godmothers here. And the first day that I was on set shooting, I remember that we were in a hotel room waiting to go down to shoot. And Jillian Chase Bader and Willa Skye, who played the two young ladies in the movie, they saw me in the dress and Willa's eyes, she was like a cartoon character. They just like popped out of her little head and Jillian just dropped her jaw to the ground. And I have a picture of it. I happened to say like, oh, the kids are coming in. Maybe I'll take a picture of what they look like.
Their reaction.
So glad that I did. It's such a great memory.
And now, you know, at one point in the movie, Mackenzie says, you know, people want to laugh. They hope to see the magic in the world. And I feel like that's especially true right now. Between this, Bill and Ted Face the Music, you have been part of two films that I think are doing a good job to kind of bring joy to people when they need it. Just how does it feel to maybe be part of a project like that now, coming out now?
Thank you. It means everything. I think that's what we hope to do as entertainers, is to truly entertain people. And that means during some of the best times, and it means some of the harder times. And we're in a hard time right now. It's really, it's been difficult not being able to see some family members, see friends, hug someone, do a handshake. So it's, I think that now more than ever, people need films like this. And it's so lighthearted and fun. And it's got stuff that, you know, some jokes that go over kids' heads. So it's fun for adults, but then some things that are purely meant for kids, but, you know, help us to see the little kids in us. Like it makes me feel like a kid when I watch this film.
And having both of them drop on, you know, VOD so people don't have to go anywhere to see it, I think has also been a big blessing.
Yeah, it's important so that people can actually watch these films. I like everybody else love going to the theaters to watch movies, but I was so excited that this was on Disney Plus because so many people have it and it reaches more homes. And especially now that people are like, okay, we've watched all of the movies that are out there, like give us some more. We're hoping this will be that movie for people.
And at the beginning of the movie, there's this joke that, fairy godmothers themselves don't sing. It's always the princess who does.
Right.
What for you, just what was, finding out that you would in fact be singing a bit in the film, what was that like for you? And
I was excited
seeing
because I lived with my sister and her fiance, and as they would tell you if they were on here, I love singing. I do it way too much, and I'm not a great singer, so,
no.
so I didn't have to pull from too much for that poorly sung version of the Sound of Music's famous song. But I was excited that we were going to be singing in like a major town square that no one could tell me to stop.
And I also loved the scene where Eleanor gets tanked at a bar. I mean, just throwing back shots, and not something you often see in a Disney movie, which is it's fun to watch.
No, I think because she's so naive that we can get away with a couple of little things that maybe kids won't notice. But I did think that was hysterical that they had that scene put in there, and Artemis, who's playing pool with me, is just her reactions. I was texting her earlier. I'm like, your natural reactions to Eleanor are so funny to me.
And if there is maybe one Disney character you could get drunk with or share a drink with at least, who would it be? Out of, there are many to choose from, but
there's so many to choose from. That's a really tough one. I probably would say, what's the grandmother's name in Moana? What was her name?
I know exactly who you're talking about, but
I would probably, you know what, either that or, although I'm a dog lover, so this is crazy to pick Cruella, but I would love to know some stories Cruella has besides the dog stories. I don't want to hear anything bad about a dog, but I feel like she was a little wild cat in her days.
Yeah, she's probably got some tales. Disney is no stranger to sequels. I would love to see what Eleanor could tackle next. Maybe, what do you think? Where do you think this could go?
I mean, for me, I think it would be fun if it was about Willa Skye's character, the littlest one in the movie. Mm-hmm. She has just such a funny personality. I mean, she is like, sometimes she'll crack jokes and I'm like, you are an 80-year-old like lounge singer doing a bit. Like she's so funny to me, and there's so much to explore there that I almost wish she was like, I'm coming back to help her in some way. I would love to continue on with the Walsh family, but maybe for her.
And then last question, because this is such a great holiday film, what are maybe your go-tos every year? And I have to say, personally, I've thrown The Night Before into the mix, into the rotation. So love that movie, and you're hilarious in it.
Much. I know. I love Christmas movies, and I was so excited to be a part of that one. I mean, Seth Rogen's the funniest person on the planet. Some stuff, we do like a big Christmas brunch usually, and we invite anybody in who usually doesn't have a place to go back to or for work reasons can't. This year's going to be different, of course. It's just going to be my family, but we love a big brunch with a lot of carbs.
Of course.
And then we usually watch some kind of a movie, something fun that's out, either new, or we'll watch like Home Alone or Love Actually. It's a good old classic.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope everyone checks out Godmothered, and it is a pleasure to meet you, even virtually.
Thank you so much, Brandon.
Have a good one.